I've been to an actual mosque. I don't know about you niggas.
I know Muslim. I know
that makes you not. You can't offend anybody.
No. I'm not saying that.
My nigga just told me.
I just have no experience.
My nigga just said. My nigga just said, yo. My nigga just said, I'm not homophobic. I got one of my best friends is gay. I'm not racist, bro. One of my best friends is white.
Exactly. That's what that is.
No,
that's
pretty much what that is. Not, bro.
It is.
Yo, we're not even a minute in. Y'all niggas just went to stretch it already.
Stretch it. That's a fact.
The fucking stretch stylers.
All right, y'all. Welcome back. This is episode 2. We got me, Wow, Spence.
You.
I guess I'm gonna have to lower that at some point.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's the Highly Advised Podcast. What's going on with y'all? Spence. Follow me at St. Kitch, st.kitch. You know what I'm saying? I cook and everything like that. So
y'all just love testing the pot, man. Like, Jesus.
What? Oh, the clap?
Yeah, the clap.
Oh, my bad.
Now you're good.
Hola, ¿cómo estás, cabrón? It's this Big Cozy. La Big Cozy. Don Juan, Pablo Juan. Follow me at Big Cozy. Too cozy. Alright, so let's get into it, guys. So,
I mean, you're not gonna let my mans get his drop?
That's what he's doing. Alright, I'm Relaxing Jackson, no G. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, all the other good stuff.
Alright, so coronavirus.
Oh, okay, Coronavirus week 2.
Coronavirus.
Yeah, this thing has been crazy, dog.
It's a little weird, honestly, like, just to see how things are going on. Like, I have no idea when this is going to end. I would have never thought we'd all be stuck inside our houses. Like, it's just a new animal, you know?
Facts.
Yeah.
Listen, bro, like, it's a whole new game right now between having people that are like just worrying about the whole creative space because people are super bored.
Right.
Honestly, bro, until this coronavirus thing, I never realized how many people just party and drink every weekend.
People don't have hobbies, yo. They're not interested.
Yo, my man said that.
Yeah, like, it is what it is. People are
surprise. And look at all the thoughts, and I know one thought, is probably killing herself right now.
Oh my god!
And who you got beef with, yo?
I don't got. Come on.
I gotta edit that out.
No, keep it.
No, I don't know.
Keep it.
Big Cozy has no beef with anybody, and I'm the most peaceful man, the most hated man at the same time. As you know, whatever. But I'm just saying, I know there's a couple females out there that that wish that they could shake their ass in the club right now, and they can't. And unfortunately for them, fortunately for us, it is what it is.
I think you should probably word that a little better.
Yeah. Yo, it sounded like you was throwing shots. Yo,
I'm not throwing shots at anybody. I'm just calling
that. Just
bro,
are we PC right now? Are we be sensitive about this shit?
Back up.
Are we be sensitive about this shit?
Yo, my man said, "Yo, back up for me, yo. Get back."
Nah, I wasn't nowhere all here.
Nah, bro. Like, I get what you saying, but you made it sound like it's like, yo, I know some lot of thoughts. There's one in particular that I know that wants to kill herself right now. I was like, what?
I do, man. That's what, I mean, shout out to all the beautiful good girls out there with great heads on their shoulders and doing their thing. You know what I mean? Going to school, work up.
PC.
I'm just saying.
The cleanup is
well, I mean, they also,
week, I guess.
I mean, they also call me the fixer. You know what I mean?
Who calls you that?
Yo, you should know, man. I'm the man with many nicknames.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Big Cozy, bro. Anyway, let's seriously get into it. But yeah, man, the coronavirus is crazy. I've been teleworking for 2 weeks straight now. I've been having my daughter 2 weeks straight now. So we are having a bunch of bonding periods of time. I think she's sick of me right now.
I think
she's trying to swing on you yet?
No, she's not like that. But
no, that is one of the good things about this virus. Like, families are able to spend time with each other for sure.
Yeah.
Like, as long as they're actually getting paid and taken care of, that's actually kind of a good thing.
It's a good thing, but you got a lot of people. Like, I know some people, because like for me, I'm still working.
Right.
So like, I know some people that in my case, even though I'm doing like a rotation, right? So I'm off and on, but my thing is, it's like I know some people that are like, yo, if my job says we're stopping for right now, they have no work. They're like, they said they don't have any work. They'll have to file for unemployment and all of that shit. So
actually, speaking of that, I know somebody that their parent is actually going through that right now.
Really?
Yeah, and it's very unfortunate because you one day you show up to work the next day, which is something totally out of your control, and now you're like laid off or whatever. And actually, GameStop, they're closing all their stores temporarily due to this virus, and I know all the employees, they don't make shit to begin with anyway. But now they're really going to be affected.
That's the way it is. Like, some of these stores are going to close and, like, not open back up again because they won't be able to afford it. It's going to be crazy.
I think it's more small stores. More like the mom and pops.
Okay.
Those are going to be the ones that are going to be heavily affected because at the end of the day, your big like the big brands,
right?
They're going to be able to rebound from this at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But when you have a company where, like, I seen a post on Twitter where this chick was like trying to promote her father's cooking, and she was like, "This is his only means of income." Right. So yeah, she was like, because he had a restaurant, so she was like, "This is his only means of income." And I don't know if y'all know, but from my research, because I thought about opening a restaurant before, like restaurants, they don't make a lot. Like, the money isn't what you think because of the amount of overhead they have between cooking, keeping the lights on, employees, ingredients, and all the other stuff in between. So I'm like, sheesh, like a lot. They saying like it's gonna be millions. It's probably gonna be at least a couple million people. I saw on 60 Minutes that Connecticut, they typically have this routine of like 2,000 people coming in every week for unemployment. This week it was 72,000.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy, but I think the silver. I guess when you try to look at it from being optimistic, the silver lining is it's a perfect time for like people to create something, find who they are and what they like, because this kind of shows you at the end of the day, like, I don't know if y'all realize this or learned this from the recession, but like during the recession, people were just told, yo, you gotta go. But everybody had an idea that, okay, this is eventually going to rebound.
Yeah.
But this is, hey, man, some people are saying 6 months. Some people are saying 18 months.
Yeah.
Some people are saying, hey, it could be over in 3 months, but it's going to take maybe another 14 months for the economy to rebound.
Some places are acting like this is about to be over next week. It's like,
nah, not even.
At least until May.
Yeah.
So it won't get normal.
Yeah. Bro, they just ended up, they postponed the Olympics.
Yep. It's going to go to 2021 apparently now.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
Well, they said they haven't said that yet. They haven't had the discussions on whether they're going to postpone it or cancel it.
Yeah.
Or reschedule it or cancel. But as of right now, it's something that's been postponed.
Yeah.
Australia and Canada were like the first two to be like, nah, we're done. We're not even going to. You guys need to just prepare for 2021.
It only took like 1 or 2 countries really to say like, hey, I don't want to be there. You know
nah,
what I mean?
that wasn't even it. I read an article about it. I forget the guy, but the guy in Japan that's like over the whole thing.
Okay.
He had a meeting with somebody, and to go over like the whole thing for the Olympics or whatever. And I guess after that meeting, the guy he met with, he said I think they said the closest they were 36 feet from each other. But that guy caught the coronavirus.
Wow.
Yeah, and this was like one of the overseers for the Olympics. So I forget the guys' names and what their positions were, but they're pretty much the guys that are over the Olympics for Tokyo, because Tokyo is Japanese officials. So they said after that was kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back. It was like, nah, if he's getting it, and now the guy that's overseeing the whole thing, he needs to get tested for it. Yeah. So, and like the tests take like 5 days, upwards of 5 days to get back. And even then, prior to that, it takes just the test, just to see symptoms. Sometimes it takes a couple days to see symptoms.
Yeah, man, it's getting scary by the day. Like, it's making me a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie at this point.
It's definitely something where you got to be really aware of your surroundings, and it's not like you're trying to be a certain way with people. Kind of like, when me and Spence first came in the door, we're really not really dapping each other up like that. And it's not because we don't want to. It's just because,
I don't want to.
it's kind of that precaution. You know what I mean?
You out here being a good Samaritan, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man.
Just let you rock.
So it's just kind of like, for real, it's like a lot of people are, I think a lot of people are over exaggerating. I'm not talking about the World Health Organization. I'm not talking about like those people. I'm talking about like the people who's rushing to Walmart and cleaning out the shelves and shit like that.
Yeah.
I think those people are the over exaggerating people, and it's making it harder for others because they're going ballistic about everything.
But like, I thought about this because I stopped to, like, I've been going to the supermarket every so often, right, throughout this whole experience. So part of me thought, I was like, yo, at first we said all these people were crazy and flipping out and exaggerating things.
I said that. I went out and started grocery shopping.
Yeah, but I think the people that are taking it too far, like the people fighting over toilet paper, like the one guy that got stabbed over toilet paper and shit.
I didn't even hear about that.
Yeah, there's a guy that got stabbed in like a supermarket over like toilet paper. Now looking at it and seeing like the severity of this shit, you start saying like, damn, maybe those people maybe they had the panicking they were doing, they had every right to do it.
Yeah.
Because even now I walked into some stores, they pretty much have nothing on the shelves and nothing like that. Now I'm seeing like just for chicken legs, right? It was, I think it said 2, you're only allowed to get 2 per customer.
Really?
Yeah, like everything from milk, eggs, not even just Lidl's, but just all the other supermarkets I've been to.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty much everything is 2 per customer. You're only allowed to get 2 containers of water per customer, or 4 things of bottled water. Meat is scarce. Like, it's literally going into, what was it, like the 70s, I think, when they had the gas situation? Because there was like a gas shortage at one moment in time in history. And in order to get gas, if you could get gas on Tuesday if your license plate ended with an even number. Or you can get gas on when you're only allowed to get gas on Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, right? If your license plate ends with a even number.
Right.
But otherwise it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday or some shit like that.
That definitely wouldn't work today's world, man.
Yeah, I mean,
that would have a lot of people go crazy.
They would, but I mean, if more than likely you would have to close down a lot of the other functions, other places. So it probably wouldn't work today. But even when it comes to like food, like you have, like eventually everybody's gonna fall in line and be like, okay, today we can only go. Like they have stores right now or before I heard like there were stores where they only had senior citizen hours.
Yep, Walmart.
I've heard about that.
Walmart is one of them.
Yeah, I mean, and personally, I agree with that. Like, I feel like since they're in that danger category, people who can get sick and actually get hurt or whatever, or get more sick, I should say, then they should be able to have the store to themselves for at least a couple hours.
Yeah, I think definitely first thing in the morning because a lot of them get up early. But apparently, statistics are showing that they're not allegedly, from what the media allegedly says, that they're not even the biggest group that's being affected, actually.
Yeah, who is it?
It's like I think it's like the 25 to like 30 something or 40 something. It's like that middle group where you have like your Gen X or is it I think it's Gen Z, then it's Gen Y, which is millennials, us. Then you have
no Gen Y is before. So we're considered millennials because our age group. After us, I think it's like the Gen Z people.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was saying it's Gen Z, then because I'm talking about age groups. Like you have like your Gen Z, or is it Gen Z or Gen X or something? No, it's Gen Z, I think. Then you have like your Ys, your millennials, and then you have like your boomers and all of that, the latchkey kids.
Right. You got the baby boomers, the Ys, the X's, then yeah.
So
it's kind of crazy. Like this whole thing is kind of crazy right now.
Well, I don't know. Like with all these things going on, I'm excited about the new releases that happened recently. Like, the Weeknd's album came out. I listened to that today.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good album.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I think it right now, I ain't even gonna hold you. Like I listened to the Weeknd's album. I listened to Childish Gambino's album. I like them both. I take some of my opinions back on the Weeknd's album.
What did you say in the first place?
At first I thought it was like a banger, but to me it's not now.
What makes you say that?
Before I think the lyrics are great. I just think the choice of his beat selection isn't as great.
It has a more techno 80s type feel to it.
Yeah.
Which isn't so bad. But
It reminds me of Starboy without the Daft Punk production, though.
Yeah, it's
Starboy.
I can see why you say that.
I can't see
it. It has that feel on certain songs.
Yeah, like there are certain songs that was definitely doesn't have that Starboy vibe, but there are certain songs on there that was like you said, it has that techno feel to it. But to me, I think the album was a good album, though.
No, it's definitely a good album. It's just that I don't know. It's not something that I'm in a rush to listen to like over and over.
It's probably like 3. It's probably like in his catalog. If I just go off Starboy, Melancholy, and this, it's probably 3. Like it's at the lower end of his catalog, I think.
That's fair enough. I respect that.
Yeah, his lyrics are hitting though. I think his lyrics are hitting.
I can't remember what song it was. I think it was Snow Child.
Snow Child, man.
That song's a good song.
That was a good song.
To be honest with you, I literally was just pressing play
Yeah.
and just listening all the way through a couple times. So I don't even know the song. I don't know the titles. I know he was getting off on his Future shit in the in that interlude though a little bit.
Yeah.
Yo, like I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Like I know we kind of like I want to like with the whole thing right now because like I feel like we got to talk about that about people not having hobbies.
Okay, no.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it now.
Yeah, because right now, I think, though we talked about, like, the morbid side of this whole situation, you seeing some of, like, the most creative shit ever right now on the internet.
Right.
Like, some of the most creative shit. I've never seen so many people have, like, I don't know about you, but last night, I checked my Instagram. There must have been 20 people on live. Like, 20 people on live, conversations. Like, what was it, DJ Nice? He had like a 9-hour party. Had everybody in there from Oprah to Erykah Badu to I think what was the one dude's name? The one dude that Ari Lennox had tripped over. The dude Darius from Atlanta, Keith something. But like even some dude, he ended up shooting a shot.
Keith Stanfield?
Yeah. This one dude ended up shooting a shot on a girl in the party. Like, he ended up shooting a shot in the party, like, DM'd her and everything. Apparently, he was like, yo, let's have a date. Let's have a virtual date, like, tomorrow. It was, like, some weird shit. It was,
I mean, like, I'm liking the way certain artists, they're doing live shows and whatnot. I think Sway Lee has.
I was just say Sway Lee, yeah.
Like, I've noticed just different artists doing their things. I'm just thinking about all the music that's going to come out of this, like, it's just a lot of it.
I think a lot of release dates, they're not going to be typical because I don't know if you guys knew today, The Weeknd released the deluxe version of his album.
I saw that.
Like with all the remixes and whatnot.
Yeah. So, and also another thing I'm noticing, speaking of deluxe versions, I've noticed the era of deluxe albums are coming back because I feel like 5-6 years ago that was the thing. Then for a while, no deluxe version was really coming out like that.
I mean, I think you had a lot of deluxe versions. It just wasn't popularized. Because, like, I think YG had some deluxe versions. Kendrick did a deluxe version to, I think, Damn.
Really?
No, I lied. Kendrick did a backwards version.
Yeah, he did a backwards version.
Yeah, but, like, you had some deluxe versions, I think, and compare, like, you have deluxe versions. I think the person that's doing the best version of that is Uzi, though, because he literally dropped a deluxe version, which was like a double album.
Right.
Well, but he said it himself, like, even though he considered a deluxe version, it was really another project.
Yeah, but it's another project, yeah, but he attached it to the album, so it's still considered deluxe. No matter how you put it, it's a double disc. Like, typically a deluxe album has, 4 songs on it? 4 new songs.
4 new songs or something extra,
or
something.
remix or like.
Yeah. I don't really feel like that ever went away. I think that was just more or less like, like this is like the iTunes deluxe edition or like blah 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 blah. Depending on where you're getting it from. That's fine.
Yeah, because like even like Best Buy had their own special cuts. Walmart, Target. I remember I was trying to get a deluxe album, and I think I was in high school or no, this was before high school. And I think it was some song I wanted that was on Missy's album, but you only could get it if you bought it from Best Buy.
Right.
That's trash.
Yeah,
it is trash. But I mean, that's what they were doing for a while.
Yeah, like it's trash now when you look at it, but back then that was just the norm. That's the social norm. Like I think outside of just music though, I think you may end up getting a lot more creatives out of this whole space, out of this time.
I think you're either gonna get that, or you're gonna get a lot of people who find out they don't like being inside as much as they think.
Yeah, I mean
I feel like that's already out there. I feel like people who probably couldn't even make it a week is already posting stuff like, I'm sick of being in the house already.
Yeah.
I'm getting a little bored, honestly. It's crazy.
I mean, you're gonna have people like that. Like, I mean, you're gonna have both though. Like, you have people that are like, yo, I don't like staying in the house because they don't do anything outside of like, if they're not working or finding a way to make money, they're probably going to the club. They're probably drinking, getting fucked up, and that's it. Now you're having people like, you still have those people like you seeing like the shot for shot challenge, right? I never seen, like I said before, I've never seen so many people drink alcohol on social media. Like
there's a lot of positive challenges too, like the push up challenge.
Yeah,
I think that's that's a cool challenge. And I never think that none of the dance challenges are bad either. They're all fun, but you do see quite a bit of people that are, you could tell like they really have nothing going on for themselves.
I mean, that's probably why I'm not gonna say have nothing going on for themselves, but like I think that's
not a lot. Nothing.
Like
they
nothing,
don't really have anything
hobbies.
Interesting.
Yeah, they don't have hobbies. Yeah, like
they don't got nothing going on for themselves, man. Come on, let's just call it what it is.
If you're a person with hobbies, this is like a golden hour for you. Because,
exactly.
I mean, me, I sat here, I made a beat last night. I'm making a podcast now. I'm watching fights. I'm working. Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
I can keep myself busy. It's not an issue. Got a vinyl player. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, somebody with no hobbies, they're just like, oh, let me watch.
Love and Hip
Hop season 1 again, you know.
Like, and that's the thing though. That's why you have to celebrate those that are like actually creating shit right now.
Right.
Like, I'm seeing so much more. Like TikTok, we all know TikTok is nothing but Vine, right?
Yeah, but just revamped.
Yeah, it's just nothing but Vine. Like, I mean, you had other things that were similar to TikTok and between TikTok and Vine, between that timeline, but there was not like what TikTok is right now is literally like Vine.
Yeah,
like,
it's exactly Vine pretty much.
Yeah, because you have so many people, like even there's girls I know that go to work out and all of that shit, but now it's like, oh hey, now I'm making fitness Vines because they work out all the time, so they figure, hey, let me just throw this on Vine.
Right.
So it's like, okay, you're finding a different avenue for yourself for that interest. If your interest is working out, you're finding that interest. I know someone that's trying to do like a freestyle battle, do like a rap battle tonight.
Right.
And they're going to do it on live. Like, I think, not K-Slay, what's the guy's name from Hot 97? The old dude,
Hebrew.
Funk Master Flex.
Yeah, Funk Master Flex. Like, he, I think he's having like a one-time freestyle challenge where you can come up and you can pretty much go on live, call in, and you get like a minute to just give like your own freestyle.
I would like it if they did something like Swiss Beats Just Blaze again.
That
was cool, you know. They were talking about doing Timberland and Pharrell, but I think that would be a little weird. You know what I mean?
Nah, that would be perfect.
It'd be good, but I mean, like, is Pharrell like good at like actually, DJing like that?
But,
you know what I mean? Like the way they were doing it. They were mixing their records.
Yeah, but even with Timberland though, he wasn't. To me, when what Timberland was really doing, what I remember was he was just kind of like setting it up, like, okay, oh, that's what you playing. How about this? Oh, that's what you playing. How about this?
Right, and that was cool when they did it like that, but it wasn't as nice as Swiss Beats and Just Blaze going back and forth in a room with a whole bunch of people.
Yeah, but those are like they came up DJ. They were DJs, so that's the reason why. Like,
right.
Like even in a beat battle, honestly, I think not Pusha T, but I think Pharrell could edge out Timberland.
I have somebody who would strongly disagree with you. They think that Timberland's the best producer ever.
Ever?
Bro.
Ever. I mean, you have rights to think that.
It's not some crazy thought.
Yeah.
You know, like he's made like a hell of a lot of hits.
He's worked with the biggest artists from Genuine. Magoo's not the biggest artist, but Magoo, Missy Elliott, Aaliyah. Justin Timberlake. I think he has some songs with Nelly Furtado, Christina Milian, not Christina Milian. What's the girl? I think she was like Brazilian or something like that, or she was like a huge Shakira. Was it Shakira? I think he did songs with like Shakira, like and Jennifer Lopez. But him and Pharrell have a good track record. I think Timberland beats Bang more.
Right.
But I think Pharrell is just better overall.
I think when it comes to like Pharrell and Timberland, I think Pharrell's got him beat just because like for a certain period of time, they took over like music. They were producing hits for everybody in different genres. You know what I mean?
Timberland did the same though.
Right. I hear you, but I mean, I think that Pharrell and the Neptunes, like they did it more. You know what I mean? Like when they were on top, I feel like it was like them and like all the other producers essentially. That's the way it felt.
I can agree to that. Like, I mean,
they go and make something with fucking Ray J, and then
no, because that beat is a reused beat.
Oh, okay.
You know that's a beat from exclusive footage, right?
Nah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, like
exclusive footage.
Exclusive footage is the Clip's first album.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
If you go listen to exclusive footage, Pharrell, that was a beat Pharrell produced for them that they made a song to. Then he took that beat and gave it to Ray J.
I mean, Versace was a used Soulja Boy beat. So
yeah,
it
was.
I mean, Bobby Shmurda's beat was
Lloyd Banks.
Lloyd Banks was like Lucky Charm or some shit like that.
I can't remember the song, but it was an old Lloyd Banks song though.
Yeah, it wasn't even an old Lloyd Banks song. Like relatively old, like maybe 5 years old, if anything.
I mean, still, it was done before, but Bobby Shmurda, of course, was the
Jackpot. That's what the
popular. Was the more popular record.
Yeah, but even then though, like, I feel like Pharrell, because honestly, when you listen to Pharrell, a lot of his beats are great.
Right.
But some of like some of the beats that he's given to people like in the hip hop space, they were all listen to exclusive footage. Anybody listening to this, listen.
What were you about to say though?
Because a lot of the beats from exclusive footage and some of his other work prior that wasn't as notable, he ended up reusing all of those beats to make hits for other artists.
I mean, is that so crazy though? Like, I mean, I know I definitely went back to beats that I've made and thought they were trash, remixed it, and made something out of it.
No, like imagine you produce a song for me. Imagine I produce a song for you, right?
Okay.
And you put on your album. That's your first album. You're my artist and all of that.
Right.
Then I take that same beat. I may add a drum or something to it, maybe one sound. And then I give it to like a bigger artist, and that song pops for them.
I mean, but that happens all the time.
But what if I did that for your album?
It happens. I don't know. I feel like it happens more often than we think.
Well, it does happen more often.
One of the best cases of that is like Zaytoven, right? Zaytoven, he made a whole lot of beats, and sometimes he would give this, like for example, so when 21 Savage first came out, he had this song. I forgot the actual title of the song, but it was about like a motorcycle or some shit like that. Well, the same exact beat was given to Bankroll Fresh, and it was like one of Bankroll Fresh's biggest songs.
Hot Boy?
No. But it was on the self-titled project that he put out before he got killed. So,
but that may be different though.
No, well, it's the same thing, kind of like when Nigel was mentioned earlier about Versace was a Soulja Boy song before it became a Migos song. Zaytoven did that quite a bit. Like he would, he'll make a beat for artists, but he would give that beat to other artists too.
Yeah, but when artists do that though, or producers do that, a lot of times you hear that. A lot of times they'll send the beats out to multiple artists, and typically the theory is, oh, you hit me back first. You told me you're using a beat, so now it's your beat. So anybody else that tells me, hey, I'm using it, someone's already paid me for it. Because Zaytoven's not saying, yo, I'm sending you this beat pack out. Pharrell's not saying, I'm sending you this beat pack out. Timbaland's not saying, I'm sending you this beat pack out. And saying, oh, I need you to pay me before you give me the beat.
Right.
I'm giving you the beats. Like, you seen the video with Jay-Z and Timbaland? What was the song, like, Blueberry Yum Yum? or was it no? What was it? It was one of Ludacris's biggest hits. Timberland played that beat for Jay-Z. He played that beat for Jay-Z. Jay-Z passed on it.
It wasn't Southern Hospitality, was it?
It wasn't. It was Get Up.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. It was off that the one album. It was the album after Word of Mouth.
Yeah, it was
Stand Up. It's like dum 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 dum.
No.
Nah.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I just can't
look
think
it up
of
real quick. So I'm curious. I'll check that shit out.
Get Up.
Oh,
Dude, yeah.
That was
He
off
played
of Red
he
Light
played that for
District. wasn't it?
yeah. Oh, you played that for Jay-Z?
Yes, he played that for Jay. He played that beat for Jay-Z.
Why did you skip on that?
Because Jay-Z probably was like, nah. The same way with Cannabis. The Cannabis.
Was it the Potion?
Yeah, it's called The Potion.
Yeah, Red Light District.
Wow, that's crazy.
And that was a big song for Ludacris. Cannabis turned down Devil's Pie.
The D'Angelo song?
Yes. Cannabis turned it down. DJ Premier tried to get. I think it was Premier that tried to say like, "Yo, you should really rap on this."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Nah, I don't want to." And he turned it down. And then D'Angelo took it. Like
I was just listening to the album today, man.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
Yeah, man, that shit's wild.
That's crazy. I remember I had a song that someone had made a beat. I had gotten the beat from the person, right? I told him like what I thought of the name for the beat or whatever, because I had the idea of the song I was trying to make.
Right.
And we never did nothing with the beat. We didn't. I think we recorded the song, but we never put it out or some shit like that. And I think I never got back to him about if I was going to use it or not.
Right.
Turns around like less than maybe 6 or 7 months later, someone else, another artist or whatever, well, artist that was local at the time also. He puts out a song with the same title, with the same beat, produced by the same guy.
Okay.
That guy probably sent the beat out to me and other people. Now, if I had used it, let's say I had used the beat, and then the guy ended up using the beat and ended up taking him off, right?
Right.
Now, I'm going to be like, you're going to be like, well, damn, that's crazy. Well, he made the beat for both of us. He made the beat, sent it out, and he was the first person to actually do something with it. So, like, you have a lot of that ends up happening. So, like, when it comes to Pharrell at the end of the day, Pharrell's a GOAT. At the end of when it's all said and done, he's a GOAT. But
when you talk about just production,
yeah, when it comes, like, I mean, I can't include that when it comes to like rapping or anything.
No, I was just asking because when you say GOAT, you know, you got to give out the clarity.
I mean, well,
not everybody's going to assume you're talking about his production.
I mean, I think they would though, because we're talking about production.
Producers.
Yeah, we're talking about two producers who got the better beats. Who's the better producer between the two? So if I say the GOAT and that, most people not gonna think, oh, he thinks they're talking about two producers who's the better producer. And if I say GOAT, nobody's gonna think, oh, he's talking about rapper.
I listen to a lot of old school samples from songs that does heavy sample. I mean, from like artists or producers that do heavy sampling, and one of them is like Juicy J for 3 6 Mafia, and a lot of his samples, it's crazy because like from like the early 90s when they were like really underground, they did a lot of like horror movie samples and shit like that. Yeah. And then Juicy J just turned it into a beat, and it's just you know, on the topic of samples, I just think it's fascinating when somebody can really do it right. You know, I think it's really good, and I think that now today's world of production, you don't really hear obvious samples like that. Like
it's money, man. It's the money. That's why people don't sample that much anymore. Yeah. Like you owe somebody now for taking their shit. I mean, it makes sense for sure. I mean, if you make some type of art or something like that, somebody uses it, and that gets like a big hit off it. Yeah, you want your cut. You know.
Yeah. But I mean, I think that happens. I think some artists now some producers they still sample. It's just they sample in a different way. Right. Like whether the sampling is okay, I'm gonna just do an interpolation, so I'm replaying parts of it, or like some artists sampling is just way better. That sound they go for is just way better. When granted, like you have someone like Alchemist that's like a legend in itself, but he's crazy with it. Like you have Alchemist, Harry Fraud, Ninth Wonder. Like these, to me, I think Ninth Wonder is underrated.
I think MF Doom is a great sampler as well.
I never really got into. I could never get into MF Doom like that.
You don't like him like that?
I just couldn't get into him.
I think it's great.
I hear that by like some of his fans find him to be great, and I really believe it. I think he probably be chilling on his couch when he have a show, bro. Yo, ayo, loud, throw this mask on, rap my songs, and we.
No, you know that was what was going on. There was fake MF Dooms coming out to perform.
Really?
Yeah, that was a real thing.
That's sick.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a play though. That's a good play.
I mean, I guess
I'd be pissed off, man.
Yeah,
I
would be too.
Show, like, and I see some like white dude, some skinny white dude rapping.
Come
MF
on,
Doom
no,
song.
come on, bro.
It wasn't that.
I'm just saying though. You know what I mean? Like somebody who's clearly not him. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, but even then, like, I mean, all these artists do that shit. Even like, I remember one time Bootsy had like a twin or some shit like that that he used to have, because there was somebody that took a picture with Bootsy, and people was like,
when you say Bootsy, you mean like Bootsy Collins?
No, Lil Bootsy.
Bootsy.
Oh, the way you're saying it, yeah.
Bootsy?
You mean like Boosie?
Boosie.
Lil Boosie?
Bootsy.
No,
Boosie. Like Boosie Badass, right?
Yeah.
You say Bootsy. That's why I say like Bootsy Collins.
You put a T in there.
Yeah.
You're like Bootsy.
Yeah.
Bootsy.
Lil Bootsy.
No, it's not his name.
Bro, that's how I pronounce it though. Like,
yeah, but that's not right though.
Yeah, that's why I thought you were talking about.
That's
bro,
like it's Wizard Khalifa.
Yeah.
What? That makes no sense.
But Lil Bootsy doesn't either because that's not his name.
That's why I thought you said
bro,
Bootsy.
Listen
Collins.
Listen to Zoom, bro. Bootsy Badass. Like, I don't give a fuck. I was a Bootsy fan, so it doesn't matter to me. Like, niggas acting like I'm saying Maximum B. Like,
Maximum.
like, come on, bro.
He had a compilation project that dropped too.
Yeah,
but
I listened to it.
But it was just a mashup of his old songs. So it's not really worth listening to unless you've never heard it before.
I mean, it's just a fresh pack it's probably just a refresh for his fans, because you seen that even with like Mac Miller's album, and not even just Mac Miller, just a lot of artists still release some stuff. But with him being in jail, about to come home, that's why.
Unpopular opinion. So since you mentioned Mac Miller, I wasn't like the biggest Mac Miller fan. He put out some good songs, and he was definitely one of the better rappers of his little, era. You know what I'm saying?
Little era, man. That man made some masterpieces.
Masterpieces, man.
Divine Femininity. Watching movies with the sound off.
That was a good album. I like watching movies with the sound off.
Classic.
But here's the thing. Could you say Mac Miller was a better artist than somebody like Currency, or could you say somebody like
I'd rather Mac Miller. I'd rather Mac Miller.
Khalifa?
I'd rather Mac Miller over Currency. One.
I think that's the popular opinion.
Yeah,
but,
it's crazy.
I am a Currency fan.
Yeah, to me personally, I used to think Currency was trash. Honestly, that's not insane.
For somebody who's into lyricism, that's crazy.
What do you mean?
He said some slick shit.
What the fuck you trying to say?
Crazy,
bro. For one,
for you to say Currency is trash, but
it is. It's not crazy, bro.
You're all about the lyrics. That's crazy,
fam. Man. Yo, what are you trying to poke the bear or something?
Poke the bear, nigga. I ain't poking no bear. I'm just saying that shit is crazy, bro.
What do you mean? The man's flow is always very lazy. I didn't care for his beat selection like that. He rapped too slow for me. Like, he taught a lot of music that I listened to. It was like very centered around cars and fucking weed and probably women. That's it. Like, bro, I don't want to listen to that. Like, I ain't got no problem. I don't knock him. I think his music is better now.
Didn't Mac Miller rap around? The only thing Mac Miller didn't rap about that Currency rapped about was fucking. Mac Miller didn't rap about cars like that, but and Currency didn't rap about depression and drug abuse. So I'm just saying, like.
But Mac Miller carried the way he carried his music. I didn't care for early Mac Miller. It wasn't until
that's crazy because I actually like early Mac Miller. I like Kids. What was the other one that he dropped before Kids?
I can't remember what it was.
What was the mixtape that he had? Like it wasn't until his mixtapes.
Talking about Best Day Ever.
No. That was after Kids.
Macadelic.
No, that was also after Kids.
No, I think it wasn't Macadelic.
No, Macadelic is after Kids.
Macadelic has some good songs on.
Yeah, that had good songs on there too. I just think that when he came out, right? He came out with Wiz, Currency. I would like to say the late 2000s, right? That's when French Montana was getting like real popular on his own,
right?
Because Max B was already locked up for a little bit,
right?
And I'm not saying Mac Miller was a bad artist, but out of those group of artists, he definitely wasn't the most popular one. And I'm not talking about far as popularity. I just feel like as music goes.
I think they're two totally different artists, though.
Bro. Like, what are you talking about?
I think they're two totally different artists.
He had Loaded Lux on his album. Like, he had one of the...
What does that mean, though?
Bro,
I think they're two totally different artists because, like, Currency, he's gonna cater more towards that underground, sound, you know what I mean? Where it's just, like, his sound is more...
authentic?
No, I wouldn't say authentic. It's more gritty. I would say it's more gritty, more else than anything else.
Slow...
The beat selection, it's like that. I think Mac Miller has more of a pop appeal, even though he's not a pop artist.
Because Blue Side Park was that a good album?
I didn't really care for it.
Okay, because it was a trash album.
Okay, so Macadelic, Watching Movies with the Sounds Off, Good AM, Divine Femininity, Swimming I kind of listened to, but not like that. So like.
I give you a movie with the sound off. I like that album, which I already admitted to. But
Divine Femininity, classic.
Is it a classic, or is it because you're a fan?
Bro, that's the same. That's the same. What you saying, Currency? Like
I never said none of his stuff was classic.
No, but what I'm saying, Shut the fuck up. Let me finish.
No, bro. You've talked long enough.
What you mean, bro? You keep talking over me. What are you talking about?
I'm talking over you,
bro. So let me. Can I state my opinion? Can I state my opinion?
You stated your opinion quite a bit.
No,
go
I'm
ahead.
Go ahead. What are you talking about?
Go ahead, Spence.
Yeah, like listen, when you listen to me, right? The same way you try to attack me with how can someone that likes lyrics not like Currency? That's crazy. That's the same way to me when I say okay, Divine Feminine is a classic, right? People that listen, like a lot of people that listen to that album, love that album. Just because you don't like the album doesn't mean anything. Just because your opinion isn't okay. I'm gonna just use the quote from Royce da 5'9". You're not cool to me. You're not tough to me. You're not the measuring stick of what a nigga like me listens to. Like that's how I look at it. You're not the measuring stick for okay if the shit pops or not. Like that at the end of the that's just keeping it a buck. So like when you tell me yo Currency. Nah, like someone that likes lyrics. How could you not like that? I could say
I never said that. You did.
So one thing that
you do
you didn't say someone that likes lyrics.
No, he said that it was trash. I said how could he say it's trash?
But you said how could you, someone who likes lyricism, think that's trash?
Exactly. But did I say what he just said because he's twisting the narrative?
How am I turning it around?
Because he twisted the narrative. Did you or did you not just say like Currency? When I never said you had to like him, the point of the matter was you said that he was trash. And I said, how could somebody who likes lyricism say Currency is trash? So I didn't say you got to. I didn't say you got to be a fan of the nigga, bro. Don't be switching the narrative.
That's what they're saying.
Don't be switching the narrative, bro. That's switching the motherfucking narrative.
Nigel. So listen, right? So if you want to say something so bad before you let me get my opinion out, like.
That's the thing. You get your opinions out, but at the same time,
bro. But you're cutting me off. Like when I'm giving my opinion, you cut me off and you give yours, and I stay quiet, Spence. Right?
No, not necessarily.
Yes, I do.
That's not true.
Yes,
bro.
I do.
we got the podcast to listen
to. Listen. As of right now, he's 0 for 2.
0 for 2.
You're 0 for 2. You're 0 for 2 when it comes to when it comes
invested.
Huh?
I said you're invested now. I could tell.
No, that's just the common sense. That's
common sense. That was common sense. Another subjective statement.
Bro, you literally said in another podcast, I never said it. I didn't bring up Jordan first, but brought up Jordan first, and then said, "Yo,
you guys got to run that back because I still didn't.
What you mean run it back?
That's the way it happened.
Yeah,
you got.
What you mean? You don't listen to the podcast after they're done?
I only listen to it once, and that's it. I'm not listening to it 4 or 5 times.
So you listened to it once?
Yeah, once.
So you didn't listen to that part?
I'm not saying I didn't listen to part. I just didn't hear it.
So you didn't listen to that part then? If you didn't hear it, then that means you didn't listen to that part. It might have played, but you didn't listen to that part playing.
Okay, yes.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
I can't wait for this one to be played back. But yeah, so back to like the Childish Gambino album.
I never listened to the album, so I can't. I don't have any comments on it.
Oh, you didn't listen? You didn't listen to it?
No.
I listened to most of it today. It sounds more like a soundtrack to me than like an album. It's weird because like, you know, it's just longer songs. Like I would say most of the songs on there were like 6-7 minutes at average.
Really?
You know? Yeah. Like they were like pretty long songs. Even the song with 21 Savage, I don't think he started rapping until like 4 minutes in.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That album was great then.
No,
that album was great.
I don't think that's necessarily like I don't think that's necessarily a signature thing of an album. Like just because the songs are long doesn't mean they're all necessarily good. Like
right.
I wouldn't say I don't say they're terrible songs, but it's not my favorite Childish Gambino project either. It's more along the lines of Awaken My Love than it is Because of the Internet.
Yeah, it's far. Yeah, I feel like it's far from Because of the Internet. To me, it's... And the reason why I said I think, oh, that's great, because it was like, to me, it does feel like a playlist.
Right.
And I just listen to the whole way. I listen to everything all the way through. I never thought about skipping a song.
Right.
It just let it just keep rock. It's like, yo, don't even repeat anything. Just let it keep playing back all over and over. Because it's like really great background music, especially.
Right.
Excuse me. But it's a great to me, it's great background music. But even his lyrics are good. I think the only issue with his music is, I think, because it was more instrumentation focused, and to me it does remind me of Awaken My Love in that aspect, because Awaken My Love was very very instrumental heavy,
right,
and this is way instrumental heavy.
It's more instrumental heavy. It's like most of these songs refer like, I would say that he is like rapping and actually saying things, but at the same point in time it's more or less about the beat. Like he's just on it, you know.
Yeah. It somewhat reminds me of, what was it, Camp?
Okay.
It reminds me of Camp a little bit, just from, like, the way, because, with Childish Gambino, he had, like, this phase of where he was trying to put out, well, of course, he had music where he sounded like Lil Wayne.
Right.
Then he went into, like, this pop phase. Then he went into rapping.
Right.
And then that's when he gained a lot of popularity. And then he's slowly grooving himself back into that more popular, not pop, it's kind of like pop indie type of sound.
No, I think it has a pop sound more or less than anything else. I wouldn't even say indie. Indie has that like Mac DeMarco, like instrumental type.
But that's what like. But to me, this album, I guess it felt indie because it felt real instrumental. A lot. To me, it was very instrumental in terms of, like you're saying, like 21 Savage. I didn't realize 21 Savage came in that late into the song.
Yeah, I looked at it.
Yeah, when I played it, I was just like, oh, I'm grooving all the way through. I played it like two times, I believe. And I was like, oh, 21's on here? I just thought this was like a new song. Or like this was just part of like in the second minute of a song or something.
No, that song is long, man. Like, it's a long song. It's a good song. It's just a long song.
Yeah, but see, to me, I like music like that, where if you're able to balance it out, where you're able to have instrumentation,
right,
good instrumentation, and then have lyrics. I feel like the music overpowers the lyrics a lot, definitely for him.
Yeah. Because
his lyrics are very blended into the music, in a sense.
I think he just wanted to be like an instrument on the beats, is what it sounded like with this album. Like, he didn't really want, like, I'm not sure if the focus is supposed to be him at all. It sounds like it's supposed to be the instrumentation and just how he sounds on it. You know?
Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that because you hear you hear a lot similar to "Awaken My Love,"
Right.
where it's the lyrics just complement the beat,
Right.
versus like the beat complementing the artist, and it's like, oh, this just it just rides out. Like I think it's going to be, I think it's well because of this Corona thing, everything is going to be delayed,
Right.
but I think when he does whatever show he wants to do for this, because there's going to be something major he does for it, like he did for "Awaken My Love." Like "Awaken My Love," he performed that at his own like 3D planetarium type of thing that he made
Right.
in the middle of the desert or somewhere. And I think this is going to be one of those things where it's just a user experience.
Yeah, he's a creative guy, man. Like he's cool. And if you noticed, the songs on the albums they don't have titles. They just have timestamps.
Oh, you didn't check out the link that I gave you?
Nah, what's up?
Oh, because before the album dropped, I sent you. Remember after I said no, I'm not giving you the link.
Well, yeah.
I emailed the link to both of y'all.
Well, yeah, I saw that, but it's on Spotify.
Yeah, well, the link actually gives you the titles to all the songs.
Oh, okay.
This album is more than what we hear right now, I think.
Yeah, I agree. And it seems like he, I don't know, like he's pretty creative with his album releases. Usually, like they go a certain way. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw all this music go towards something at some point. You know, whether that be the next season of Atlanta or an actual movie of some type.
Yeah, it probably go to. I don't even think it's going to go to either one of those. I think it's just going to be something he's going to create around the music itself.
It's possible.
Yeah, because you remember when he had that secret song.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and even the secret song, you had to like listen to it and kind of put things together to figure out. Oh, this is if you take this verse and you take this beat. You put it together. This is the remix verse to it, and like he comes out and says I think he confirmed like, oh yeah, that was true. So, even like this type of music, whatever he may be putting out next, that may be Lucy's or something like that, it's all going to blend itself in. Like even like that summer song, I didn't care for that song at first.
It's a good song.
It is. To me at first it was an alright song, but you know how some artists, unless maybe me, but when I listened to it on the album, it sounded somewhat different.
Yeah.
Did he add more to that song on the album?
He might have. I would have to listen to the other version again. Like I can't really say that I noticed anything.
Yeah.
But if I listen to it closely, I might be able to pick up on some like extra synths or something like that. You
No,
know?
but even I thought he added extra lyrics to this.
Oh, I didn't. I don't know about that.
Yeah,
Maybe he changed them up.
Yeah, I think because I was gonna say it sounded like in the album he added extra lyrics to the shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, he's rapping more on this,
right.
And I was like, oh, I like this more. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't, or maybe it just comes from hearing all the other music first and saying, oh, this makes sense when you plug it into this album,
right?
Versus listening to it just individually. So I don't know. It's I'm very interested to see what's going to come from him, but everything is on hold right now because of the Corona shit.
Did you listen to the Weeknd's album?
Yeah. What I was saying earlier about the Weeknd's album, I think I said something to you. I think the Weeknd's album was, at first I thought I was like, oh, he's getting off on this. I like the lyrics still. I just think some of the beat selection wasn't that great. Cause from what I'm hearing, like he had it synchronized by producers.
Right.
So you'll have the first few producers here, the next few producers, or next producer with a couple tracks or whatever. But excuse me, I think some of the songs were just the beat. I just didn't like some of the techno sounds overall.
Okay, you didn't like that 80s feel?
Yeah. I don't really like 80s music though.
Okay.
I've never been a fan of like 80s drums for some reason, but the music was alright. Some of the beats were alright. I think to me, his album is going to be in that conversation with like Yeezus, right?
Okay.
Where it's different than a lot of the music we're used to, but it's different because it's not made for just your speaker in the house. It's made for like stadiums and festivals.
See, I feel that way about Childish Album. Like I feel like it's gonna age well.
Absolutely, I agree with that.
Like I don't think that because it sounds different, you know.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that in a few years we might go back to that album and be like, oh, like this sounds like a little bit like that.
Yeah. And it may end up being one of those albums. It could end up being one of those albums that, some people don't like the term, but some people eventually may consider it one of his classic albums down the line. Not now. To me, not right now. It's not. But
yeah, I have to wait, man.
Yeah,
I don't know. I gotta listen to it again.
Yeah.
You know what album I think is a classic?
What?
To Pimp a Butterfly.
I can see that. I can agree with that. To be honest with you, I think Kendrick ain't dropped the ball yet. I think
he might have put out 3 classics, man.
Yo,
Like
we've never seen that before.
3 classic albums. Okay, Lyle's awake now. Let's see what he has to say.
What you got to say about this?
Damn was an absolute classic. You're right. He did put out 3 classics.
Yeah.
Good Kid, Mad City. Damn, had the reverse version.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So you're not a fan of the Pimp a Butterfly?
No, I thought you guys already knew that.
Well,
I thought the album was pretty boring, and just kind of like you didn't like the Weeknd's album because of his beat selection. I thought To Butterfly's beat selection was really just dry for me.
Really?
Yeah, but with that being said, it did deserve to win Rap Album of the Year when it did get it. Yeah. That I will say that much.
What did it go up against?
Didn't it win a Pulitzer
I can't remember what it went up against in order to lose that.
Well, I can't remember the categories, but I remember when Kendrick was last nominated for Rap Album of the Year, he lost to Macklemore.
Well, yeah, I mean,
with that whole controversial thing, but when he was up again for Pimp a Butterfly, he definitely was like, it was like a landslide victory for him.
I think that album has like, I don't know. I think the cultural impact of the Pimp a Butterfly will be like something we could talk about later on.
I think that album changed the game for rap music, and
why do you say that?
Honestly, he had an easy drop. He had an easy one on that year.
Well, who else was the competitors?
It was Drake. If you're reading this, it's too late.
Easy, yeah.
The Pink Print by Nicki Minaj.
Easy, yeah.
Compton by Dr. Dre.
It was
but the hardest one he had was 2014 Forest Hill Drive.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what he was matched up against, and he beat that.
Oh damn! Maybe he should have won that year, bro.
I think he should have.
I think his music. I think that album was more.
I love 2014 Forest Hills Drive.
Yeah, I think that was like.
That's J. Cole's best album, man. I think that was his best album, man. KOD was hard, but I think 2014 was harder than KOD.
Born Center?
I think it's better than Born Center,
bro. I used to think Born Center was a horrible album, bro.
You're crazy. That's the one that made me like J. Cole.
Really? I got into J. Cole when he was still making mixtapes.
Okay.
And then I remember, what was it, like not Sideline Story. It was whatever mixtape he got where he had just gotten signed to Jay-Z. And he had did the last song. Was that the
Friday Night Lights? Was it that one?
Nah, Friday Night Lights was after high school. Huh. This was maybe like the fall of 2009, I mean. Like, I think J. Cole, I don't know, at first I didn't like Born Center, and then it wasn't until I came back and listened to it, and I realized I think I got Sideline Story and that album mixed up a little bit.
Okay.
But I don't know, I don't really know what album I would say is J. Cole's best album.
So in my opinion, I just think 2014, man. I thought that was impeccable. And it's crazy that you brought up the line of the one that Kendrick won, because I was like, ooh, that it's hard to go against 2014 Forest Hill Drives, man.
But I think to me, Port to Pimp a Butterfly was just
more important.
Yeah, I mean it was more
and that's fair. That's fair.
This was a good album too.
I think
like 2014 Forest Hill Drives is a great album.
Wet Dreams, January 28th.
I think
it's a classic. Honestly.
I can see that.
Yeah, it's a classic. It's
looking at this playlist, or not playlist, but this track listing, I can see someone saying that.
I think the reason why I was saying To Pimp a Butterfly was more, it was impactful. It changed the rap game, because I feel like when that album came out, more niggas, you could see the tide starting to change from like the bullshit rap into like more serious rap. And I'm not saying that serious artists was just coming out the blue, because you had your J. Cole's and shit like that, but I'm just saying, like, around that time it was like the whole Trapaholics Photoshop cover rap era that was at an all-time high.
Classic era, man.
That was at an all-time high then in 2015.
I would say more around 2012, 2010.
Yeah, that's what
I
I'm
would
thinking.
have, but
Somewhere
it
between there.
didn't die out though.
It wasn't dead.
It wasn't.
was on the way.
It didn't die out
It
quite
was-
like that.
I think it wasn't as popular by like 2011, 2012 at that time, because everything was transferring to like the digital space.
Well, 2000. I feel like at its peak, you could say its peak was like 2012, really.
Oh, you're talking about like with the Migo albums and
Right.
stuff like that.
Yeah,
I could see that.
2015 was when like the Migos and like other artists around that time period came up because it was like right at the end. Maybe Gucci was going back to jail or some shit, and then they started coming up.
Yeah, because they came out what 2012? 13?
Well, I mean, they probably been out before then with whatever local tapes that they were dropping.
Right.
But like their first notable fucking project was the Young Rich Niggas project. They had the Versace, Chinatown, all their early hits. Yeah, that was 2013.
Oh wow.
Yeah, with Bando and shit like that. No, 2012 was the Chief Keef era.
Do we have anything we actually have to talk about this week?